Hi everybody, and welcome to Moodle Support Theater. In this episode we're going to continue building our basic quiz in Moodle 3.2. This session we're going to focus on creating categories and some of the basics of building questions. Now in our last episode we came here after we clicked the quiz icon on the main page and we got a message that there were no questions. So let's come to the left-hand administration column and choose Question Bank. As you scroll through your question bank, you're going to see four options: questions, categories, import, and export. And here you can create questions using the question option or import questions from either a previous class or from a textbook publisher. However, before you can do anything with any kind of questions, no matter where you got them, you need a place to put them. So your first step is to create categories. The most common setup in categories is by chapter, and I strongly recommend against a giant pile of questions, and by that I mean the entire textbook's worth of questions in one pile. So here for the parent category, let's choose the default for the class. In the name area, I suggest Chapter 1. And there's no need for category information, but some people like to put in the name of the textbook for reference. I normally simply then add the category, and we see it appear here in the upper left-hand portion of the page. Notice after where it says Chapter 1 there's a 0. That indicates the number of questions currently in that category. You'll also see that other tools are available to delete, edit, or position your category on the page. It's also important to remember once a question is used in a quiz, it cannot be deleted. If you change the chapters you're using from quarter to quarter, I suggest adding separate categories for each chapter to allow this. Plus, you will be building next quarter's quizzes from these questions, so accuracy of your content is very important. Once you've built your categories, now let's fill it with some questions. Return to the left-hand column and select Questions. Your first step is to come to the upper left-hand portion of the page and choose the correct category from the drop-down. I'm going to be working in Chapter 1, so I select the proper category and chapter. The button for creating a new question is where you're going to click next. When you do, you're going to be presented with a list of choices on the left, and when you select a choice, an explanation in the right-hand column. The most commonly used are multiple choice and true-false, and we'll do that in this example. There are a number of different other types of questions, and of course, as always, come on in for more information. Let's start with true-false. To do that, either double-click or select and choose Add. Here's where we get to double check our category, make sure it's in the right spot, Chapter 1. The question name is mandatory, but it's not the name of the question the students are going to see. It's a way for you to identify this section as it relates to the chapter content. I'm going to call this Key Point. Question text is where you will type the actual question for students. I'm going to cut and paste my question here. You may either cut and paste or type in whatever's convenient for you. Leave the default points alone, please. We'll show you how to do that down the road. Now in this case, the answer for this version is true, and here's where you're going to set that. Come and see us for details if you'd like some information on feedback. When you're all done, come down to the bottom of the page and select Save Change. Now you're back on your Create Question page where you'll see the question highlighted along with who wrote it and what date. You also have the opportunity to move it to a different chapter, provided, of course, you have created the appropriate categories. Now, if you make a typo or you want to modify your question, select the gear symbol and you can update your information. Well, congratulations, you've just done your first question in Moodle. Now, a multiple choice question can be a bit more daunting the first time you see it. This is getting kind of long, so let's come on back in Section 3 and we'll take a good run at that. Between now and then, come see us in Library 321 if you'd like some additional help. Thanks for watching.